Show, the show where you can get something new, something inspiring, and something motivational every time you watch this show. As you can see right on the screen today, I have not one but actually two guests, the awesome, the gorgeous Marianne, and the amazing and super, super spiritual and incredible person, Michael. So I would like to go around the room and ask them to introduce themselves kindly, and now we will go into big news. I mean, global big news. So before we go to the news, Marianne, over to you. Could you please introduce yourself to us and tell us where you're based?
And first of all, before we start, what about the incredible Olga? What about where are you putting me? She's here somewhere.
Oh, I'm trying to move the screen around. Let me just play with that.
So I am actually Marianne Pageant, and what we're here today about, I do numerous things. Like I do real estate, and I just opened a publishing company, and this is why we're actually here. And I do meditation as my specialty, and I do a lot of hands-on healing, Reiki. I have frequency machines, AO scans, so I do a lot of different things, and coaching, of course. And so why we're here today is because my brand new coaching company, which I basically opened up last week, has its first published book. And it happens to be my book with amazing authors in it. And so Olga did the foreword, and Michael is one of my amazing authors. So we have three amazing people here.
Which
That's
is great news. Which is great news. And Marianne, if you don't know Marianne yet, you have to follow her ASAP, like literally right now, because she does amazing stuff. As you already heard, and trust me, this is not even everything what she does, right? There's a lot more to know about Marianne. But the best thing I love about Marianne, I literally call her my virtual mama, because she has this beautiful energy, this gorgeous energy about her. And every time you speak to her, you just feel like love is just poured at you. So please do me a favor, follow Marianne, get friends with Marianne, and learn from Marianne, because she's the person to go to for sure. She can become your virtual mama if you're lucky enough. You'll
thank you.
have lots of children, Marianne.
Thank you, my sweet virtual daughter, who has a brand new virtual son-in-law for me, which I also love. He couldn't make it. He's like super busy today.
That's true. That's true. But let's go all the way to Michael. Michael, you're also in this amazing book. So please introduce us to yourself, to ourselves.
So, I am Michael Pederena. I am one of the authors in the book about self love and radical self love. And I spent years in radical self hate. So it was just natural to learn about self love at some point in my life. I do many things, many different things: coaching 101, building companies, just building a brand new one right now. Going to be doing some workshops slash retreats for HR individuals. Also developing many different coaching programs with many different coaches and helping them to develop them. Um, I have been working in international business for well over a decade and have connections globally in almost all industries. I've been very blessed that even when I was miserable, I was still able to attract amazing connections. And as I've gone on this healing journey, which I learned again this morning is never over, and I did constantly doing additional healing work, additional trauma release, additional pain release, and trying to let go of any and all of these pain points, right? We all have triggers and pain points. And, you know, Marianne and her gracious heart and soul to include me in the book and to be a part of this great collection of stories, right? Um, we inspire others by sharing our story because everybody comes from a different place. Everybody has a different background. Everybody has a different way of doing things. So the only way to inspire the masses is to share all different versions of it, right? And rather than writing a book where it's only my story, which I've thought about and seems like a lot of effort, so probably won't do it. I'd rather be a part of a series of books that talk about different ways to do things because truly to reach the masses of people and people that have different experiences and lives and stories and backgrounds, you need to have that variety to be able to reach them because you're only going to resonate with who you can resonate with, and people are only going to hear what they're open to hearing at that moment.
That's right.
So we need to be able to share our stories. And Olga has this amazing platform, which I've been on before. And I love Olga. You just sometimes have to put a pin in a map to find her, but that's okay. You know, it's, I have to drive, you know, however many hours to go somewhere special. She gets to hop on a plane for 30 minutes. It's the conveniences of where you are in proximity in the world, right? So it's pretty amazing, like the way that technology can bring the world together today, and it gets very vilified with social media. And I'm one of those people that believes that what you follow is what you want to hear, right? So if there's something triggering me and toxic, yes, I look at it internally, but I release it from my space so that I don't have to look at it anymore, right?
Very
Like
true.
I just remove it from what comes into my space.
Yeah.
You know, I go on, to me, Instagram is the most magical place on the world, because anytime I go on there, I see some of the most inspirational things that I need to hear at that moment. But it's also contributing to who I follow, right?
Yes.
It's because that's who I engage with. So that's what I receive. When you
Mm.
put that out there, it's what you're going to get back. Facebook, I never go on because I just don't like it. That's just me. I'm stubborn.
Well,
So,
Michael, sorry to say you're on Facebook right now, anyways, whether you like it or not.
yes, whether I like it or not, I know I'm
You
there.
mentioned technology.
And
You
yet you're on Facebook a lot, which is
Yeah,
crazy to
exactly.
me, but
But you
you
mentioned
know.
technology, and the great news are, and this is about the big news, right? We all are in this amazing book, which right now people can just download to their own technology. Come on, get your phones, get your Kindles. I'll share the link in the chat, and it is about getting to know more about self-love. Just like Michael said, I love what you said there, Michael. You said I went from radical self-hate to radical self-love, and this is beautiful. And how many people had the journey, right? So, Marianne, a big shout out to you for actually bringing us together. That's the book. That's the book, what it looks like. There we go. Exactly.
I did send it to you in Messenger. I'm not sure if you're able to share here.
I
Like
can't
the
share the image.
share
No.
screen. Yeah. And usually I have a book when we're doing this, but
Yeah.
this just happened and the book just came out and we did it really quickly. So I don't know how to work this seriously.
No, we can see that. We can see
Don't laugh at me, Michael. I'm not as technologically inclined.
Don't
I can
worry.
write a book. I can't do the. Oh Lord, help me. Here we
Don't
go.
worry at all. I just posted the link to these books so people can actually buy it. And the ones that will follow the link, they'll obviously will be able to see what it looks like. But I think the most amazing thing that we found out recently are the great news about this book. And let me just make some noise here. Marianne, what are the great news about this book already? And we just launched that. What are the great news?
The great news is that it's already a bestseller in 3 categories. Woohoo!
How
And the
amazing.
official launch date is today. So that means the 2 days that, not even 2 days that it's been up. It's been less than 48 hours that it's actually been up. So
Gosh. And this is just
and the best news is that this is my first book, which I already mentioned, in my publishing company, which is called Empowered Voice Publishing. This is my first book. So the publishing company is going to be for books that are of this nature. So they have to be empowering, inspirational, positive. It could be on health. It could be on, well, there's going to be a lot on mental health. I mean, let's face it, that's going to be our number one focus here for everything. It can be business related to that, but I don't want any, there'll be no negativity at all. No politics, no negativity
we'll
at
love
all.
it. We don't
At
want
all. I won't allow it. I just won't have it. There's other publishing companies. You're welcome to get them done. But otherwise, this is it.
Good. So yes, this is a topic which is hot, and that's why what a surprise is it's already number 3, and I'm sure within a couple of hours it will become even number 1. Let's hope it's going to become international number 1, right? So that'll be really exciting.
Yes. I
Self-love.
think we're just a little bit away from that. We're not really that far away from the international. So
Fingers
we're
crossed.
just waiting for Robert to tell us that it's official.
Yeah. But what I think it's important to remember that self-love is something that we all need, all have to practice that, and we all successfully forget about that. Successfully. We do such a great job at forgetting about self-love that we need to relearn how to practice that. Right?
Yes.
That's the most fascinating thing.
Yes.
I wonder if we can just share a couple of maybe takeaways, little, not everything, because we don't want to give her the entire book, but maybe we can give little golden nuggets out of those chapters which we have in that book. Shall I go with Marianne with you first? What are the
I
golden nuggets there?
So I spoke about my mom, and that's just, and again, I don't want to tell you all about my chapter,
Yeah.
but my whole basis for this book was to get, 15 of us together to get 15 different perspectives on what is self-love. And it was mostly, what is self-love to you and how do you practice it best? What is your favorite way of doing self-love? And why is it important? And so everyone was able to sort of give us that opinion. And so I wanted other people to understand that, first of all, the importance of self-love, because to me self-love is, and that's why I'm so ecstatic even more, because I just opened up the publishing company, and the first book is on radical self-love. So it's Self-Empowerment Reset, which is my series of 12 books. So it's the second book in the series of 12. And the whole idea behind the publishing company, behind the book, behind, gathering this many people is to get as many as different angles as possible to send out to the world, to show them that, hey, this is how you can do this. You're not the only one. We all need it. Most of us are coaches in this book, or people that have been doing, a variety of different businesses. And we're already pretty successful, and we're looking to always be more successful. That's, that's kind of the way human nature rolls. And here you are, we've got different levels of success, right? We have some super crazy, awesome people. Thank you for posting that, Olga. And, like Robert J. Moore, Serena Brown Travis, which is Les Brown's daughter, and so we've got some bigger names, and then we've got some awesome names like Olga and Michael, of course. And Olga did the forward. And then, of course, her husband, who I think he's a celebrity in himself, Manel. I mean, everything he does is phenomenal. And I'm actually going to be partnering with him in my publishing company to help empower the youth of not just the European Union, but there's an international vibe. And I don't want to get into all the details, but if you have Amazon in your country, we're coming. We're coming for your youth, and we're coming to empower them. So watch out.
These are amazing news. And I love how you actually, with this book, you wanted to give. I
Mhm.
love how you actually wanted to serve. You did not chase fame. You did not chase because I want to have this another tick box. You wanted to literally pass on the wisdom of what you learned from your experiences and actually
Right.
help others. And that's why I love you so much. And of course, you'll be doing a lot more great things. But thank you so much for sharing this little snippet of what it is about. And I think it's really empowering to learn more right now from you. And even more, you will learn once you will get the book, whether on Kindle or buying that literally paperback. That's entirely up to you. But please go ahead and click one of those three links, whether you're in Canada, USA, or UK, and get your copy today. But let's go to Michael. Michael, what about you? What about your golden nuggets? Don't give away the whole entire chapter. Don't tell us what it's all about. But a few golden nuggets. Why did you choose to write exactly on that? And what's the lesson from that?
For me, it was explaining my transitions, right? And really giving a surface knowledge on some of the circumstances that I've been through, went through, overcame, survived, whatever you want to call it, right? For me, it's lessons. For me, it's about impact. For me, it's about reaching people. It's about expressing myself to others so that they can feel comfortable to express themselves, living in transparency so that they can live in transparency. There's something tremendously freeing about sharing your story and having no fear around it because we all go through stuff, right? And the minute that you can embrace yourself and your own story is the minute that you can truly embrace others and feel comfortable within it. Um, it's it's powerful when you bring a group of people together that have a common mission and a common purpose and cause, but then share their perspectives of how they went through it and how they formed it and what they practice. Because again, like I said before, it's this world has 8 billion people. I mean, we need diversity to be able to support that change. We need diversity of perspectives to be able to reach more people. And for me, I really enjoy being a part of this, and am honored to be a part of this, and honored to be able to share my story and reach others that maybe have similar experiences. You never know who you're going to reach when you put your story out there. I'm an enormous supporter of everybody sharing their story. Um, People say I have no boundaries. People say I have no limits, which in some ways is probably true. My radical vulnerability definitely makes some people uncomfortable. Um, but at the end of the day, I'm not worried about that. That's something that I'm comfortable with and I want to do. I want to put myself out there. I want to be the example for others to express whatever they're comfortable with. Um, and I'm always doing live shows. I'm always doing different types of things about getting stories out there and creating exposure for others. Because I believe that, everyone has a voice, everyone has a story. And until everybody feels comfortable enough in their own skin to share their voice and story, then we're missing the mark on supporting humanity. And for me, it's all about elevating humanity to a whole new level. As far as my core practice is meditation. I mean, I start my day relentlessly with meditation, anywhere from a half an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the day. My meditation isn't sitting in this, very docile Om position for hours. It's more of a transcendental meditation where I'm able to, once I get myself to that space, right, I'm able to go function and really do my daily routine while in this meditative state before my kids get up. As Olga mentioned, I really don't sleep. So I start my day hours before my kids get up for school so that I have time for me, right? And I don't need to go out anymore. I don't need to be seen. I don't need to go to dinners and parties and get babysitters and be in that life anymore. I did that so much of my life that right now I'm so much more fulfilled and content sitting in my life. I love my life today because of the practices and everything that I've instilled. Is it perfect? Not even close. Am I always happy? Not even close. Do I still run from some of my pain? All the time. But what I do is I'm also extremely observant of my own emotions so that I can go back to it at any point in time and learn from it. So I'm always looking for the lessons.
Ah, love that. Always looking for the lessons. That's a huge takeaway from what you said there. Huge takeaway. Thank you, Michael. And I love how often you mentioned in the beginning radical self-hate, right? And radical self-love. And you continue to repeat this word radical, which I think is really good word, right? Because we are sometimes just too extreme with what we do. So that's amazing. But talking about book, let's go back to the book. So did you know that Maria actually apparently already got her book? She posted on Facebook saying, I think it's Facebook, maybe YouTube, I can't really see, but she
Oh,
says
Kindle,
it's
yes.
in my Kindle now. So she has already her book in her Kindle. So here's the thing. First, three people are getting one of the three prizes. Here are the three people on this video call today, right now in front of you, and each of us has a prize for you. So what we'll do, we're gonna pick literally randomly once we finish the call who will contact and reach out to whom, but first three people getting the book will get one of the prizes, right? So make sure you get your book, whether it's on a Kindle or even better paperback, because you can read them, you can make your notes, you can highlight. That is different experience. So let's make sure you do it. But I know, Marianne, you were going to mention really briefly, like a little teaser about something very special you do with Michael very soon. And we will speak about this very soon in more details, saying that in January more likely. But give us a little teaser, because just to show how collaboration really always pays back. Let's give this great example how collaboration always works out. So, Marianne, over to you.
So I love Michael because Michael is literally the best connector in the entire world. Okay, so a friend of mine introduced me to him. And while I was talking to him in a span of, let's say, approximately an hour, he had connected me to, I think it was somewhere in the range of 12 or 13 people on LinkedIn. And then of course I proceeded to actually connect with these people and chat with them. But it was just, and that's just in an hour. I mean, he has since then connected me to so many more people. So he's wonderful. He has an executive retreat coming up in Pennsylvania, and it is going to blow your mind. It is going to be the event of the year. That is for sure. I'm going to be one of the meditative presenters, and I'm also bringing my amazing device, which, oh, here we go again with technology. This healing device is amazing. I am doing some killer work with this. I have helped, I've been able to help people in so many ways. So it's based on your voice. You speak into it, and then it spits out a customized healing program for you. And we've been working on Lyme disease, multiple sclerosis, Addison's disease. I've worked with cancer. It's helped people in so many different ways, not to mention depression, anxiety, and all of that. So that, and then there will be so many other presenters. And the food, from what I understand, all I know is it's called experiential food. I don't know if I can say anything about it. Maybe I shouldn't, Michael. But if you want to say something about it, go right ahead, because I think you said the first meal we're having is going to be quite interesting. Can I
Okay.
say
Yeah,
blindfolded?
Tell us.
yeah, it's going to be a blindfolded meal, and it's going to be opening night when nobody knows anybody yet. This is going to be targeted towards HR professionals to expand their horizons on many different categories in the workplace, and how personal development coaching can help corporate scenarios and enhance them and invigorate them and create this empowered workforce where this whole concept around negativity with the great resignation, in my mind, it's really the opportunity to say, this is the opportunity to recreate work, right? Let's reinvent the workplace. Like, why does it have to be negative? Why do we have to look at this negative terminology and then have media throw it down our throats, right? So I want to flip this, and I want to create an environment where there's more of a unified front around the workplace. And I will talk about the first meal. We're going to have 8 experiential meals during this 5-day event. It's going to be February 20th to the 25th, and it's going to be just outside of Philadelphia, about 30 minutes away. And we're going to have the opening night meal would be a blindfolded meal where everyone is sitting next to strangers, and we will be discussing unity and similarities, not differences. And again, with the ability to have a blindfolded meal, you won't know who you're sitting next to. You won't be able to see the differences. You won't be able to have your unconscious biases, which we all have based on how we were raised in societal and generational traumas. So by starting it out with that, it will bring this unified front to these 20 to 30 executives all at once, including the coaches and everybody else that's going to be there. We're going to do sound healing. We're going to do meditations. We're going to have really deep DEI conversations, diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? We're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to do it in a way that can really leverage people's experiences and leverage our own personal and inner wisdom to create this personal freedom for each individual within an organization, to empower people to be self-empowered, to inspire people to be self-inspired. As we know, anybody who knows me, I can talk about this for hours and days. So at some point, Olga will put the hook out. But I'll keep going. This is a huge passion of mine, and to be able to inspire HR leaders and companies to really live in a different way and not say it, not talk about it, not put it on paper, but actually embody it and embrace it. And this will give them a chance to experience something that they've never experienced before.
Ooh, I love that. That would be so exciting. Let's make some noise for collaboration.
Oh, wait, I have this.
We have some other noises.
That was easy.
I love
There you
it.
go, the easy button.
That was easy.
I love this. And I'm also extra passionate about what Michael's doing here is because for 8 years, I was in the HR field. I was actually a recruiter. And so I totally understand some of the stresses and some of the obstacles and challenges that come along with this. So you know what? Yay. Yay, Michael. I can't wait. I'm so stoked. And when I heard that we're going to be blindfolded and sitting next to strangers, like what a great experience. What a great way to grow some brain cells and to just expand your mind. So yes, thank you to everyone who's already purchased the book. Thank you so much. So
Exciting. It's exciting. It's just exciting to know that people will buy this book and they will learn from different people in very different ways about self-love, and they'll be able to apply those lessons, those hacks, those tips from the book, and they will grow into the effortlessness of their lives. They will go into ease of their lives. They will go into the beautiful journeys of their lives, and surely they all will discover that those easy collaborations, like for example we all have right now, right? Because that all comes from a good space in your heart. But when you are at the good space in your heart, when you're full of that self-love, then great things come to you effortlessly. So I'm really excited for every single soul who will get this book. And I'm really excited about every single author who is in this book because they gave voice to their stories. And I think that is something which can be quite scary. And I know Maria, who's watching us right now, I know her personally. She has a powerful story. So I think, Maria, maybe for you, it'll be really good to reach out to Marianne. Because, by the way, let me just shout out to Maria right now. She will be doing a TEDx talk in January. That's
Right.
a big shout out to Marianne, right? To Maria. And I think her story, which she's just about to share with the world, needs to be in the book. So I think Maria and Marianne, Eminem, I like it. Eminem, that's a sign. That's a sign from the universe, right? I think Eminem need to get in touch because I think there is a future potential. I
Oh
think
yes, I'll tell you right now. This past book. So this is a series, the self-empower. This one I have, of course. This is the first one. Olga is in here.
I am.
She has a chapter in here, and so this whole series is meant to obviously empower people, right? And so this is, like I said, number 2. Most of the books will be like this, collaborative. Some will be written just by myself, but most of them will be like this. And so if you're interested, there will be many. So this particular first one was Self-Empowerment Reset, The Perfect Time Is Now, because you should never wait. This is my motto. I used to end and I probably will end this one too. You should always not wait and just go for it and figure it out later. And that's what I did with the publishing company. I was like, my coach is like, Robert J. Moore, who is an amazing coach. Yeah, you need to do this. Yeah, you need to do this. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. You should think about it. You should do this. Okay, finally, I did it. And it was in our mastermind that I'm in with Olga that we actually they helped me come up with the name. So that was perfect. And so the whole concept of everything is that we have all these different books that are going to have the different themes. So there will be letting go, there'll be forgiveness, there'll be success. We're doing one on shame, right, Michael? And we're doing one on, I'm not even sure. I'm in the process of doing one for young adults. I am writing that one by myself. And then, of course, the other book I have is my meditation book. This is a little wee book, just to let you know you can still purchase this. See how little it is? And it's just 10 meditations because, of course, meditation is is my thing. So we just this one came out about, gosh, I think it's been out for about a month or so. And it too, of course, is a bestseller, international bestseller. And it's 10 meditations. We start you slowly, and it's very good for beginners. It's super light. It's only 60 pages, and it's amazing to take with you on a plane, on a trip, anywhere else you're going with you. Take it with you on the subway, take it to work. So when things get stressful, you can just zone out a little bit. And then I had the pleasure of being in this amazing book with Bob Proctor and Dr. John DeMartini and Douglas Vermeeren, all from The Secret. So that was quite an honor to be in there. And that's it. Don't wait. Just do it. Come talk to me. I have different, I'm sure we can find a place for you and your story in one of the books. And if you want your own story, we'll definitely help you out with that. I also have a ghostwriter on staff and of course an editor, because that's included. And she also does my voiceovers. So for this book, we just completed the audio. So the audiobook for this literally just came out this week. So the only reason I haven't talked about it is because the other book came out this week. And hopefully for Self-Empowerment Reset Radical Self-Love, we will have the audio sometime next year for sure. Not yet this year for sure. So definitely it'll come out. And we're looking at putting out a hard copy, like a hardcover, which I don't have any. So we usually offer a Kindle and a paperback, and we're looking forward to creating a hardcover copy soon. Maybe Radical Self-Love will be the first one.
I love how you, Marianne, are just absolutely taking around the world what you do and your energy, which is beautiful and gorgeous. Wow. Thank you so much. And I think we should also give a massive shout out to Robert J. Moore, who actually was the person who introduced us all, right? Because if not Robert, we would not meet each other. So thank you, Robert. Yeah, there we go. There. I feel like, Marianne, you have a whole library literally just going to reach out, like just literally next to whole libraries there.
I do. I don't have all of them here, but I don't have room for all of them here.
You literally just reach out and grab a book. It's like, okay, there's another one. I love that.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Another great book with another bunch of really amazing authors. And Robert J. Moore is the reason I am where I am. That is 100% sure. Without him, there's no chance I would be an author by now. There's no way. I fought that one for quite a bit. And so, no, he totally pushed me, I could say gently. I might be lying, but I could say it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, we have Maria, which says, I will definitely contact you, Marianne. Yay! There we go. It's happening. Well done, Maria, and welcome to the club of awesome authors. What can I say? I know you will do it, and I know you will be great at sharing your voice. And just think about everybody else. Think about your story. Think about your struggles. Think about the things that you went through, and you don't want to voice out because of guilt or shame, or you just don't know how. Your story has a message in it. You went through whatever you went through for the reason that you are now and able to inspire others. That means your story needs to be out there. So now you have the person, Marianne, to reach out. There are so many great authors already in Marianne's book, but also don't forget that you need somebody to help you. So whether it's somebody from the school or somebody who is just next door to you, find somebody who actually will help you on this journey, because each of us, we had somebody helping us on our journey. Just like Marianne says, I wouldn't be here where I am now if not Robert in her case, right? We all had a mentor. We all had a coach. So don't forget, you need somebody to take you on the journey. But anyways, let's not keep it for too long. Michael, is there anything you would like to share before we jump off, before we crack on with our busy days or your days ahead completely, since you're over the pond? I'm in the UK, it's my middle day. So is there anything you would like to add?
No, I think I said too much. So I'm good. My kids are starting to get up, so obviously it's time for me to go. Either way, time to go deal with that. But yeah, no, thank you so much, Marianne, always, and Olga. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to speaking again in January with more details.
Absolutely. We'll share more
Thank
details
you
very soon.
both for being in my book. And I want to say also how what a great opportunity I have to impact my authors' lives too. I think in this particular book there was more new people than maybe prior in the other book, and there was so much joy, and people were they were messaging me privately going, oh my god, I can't tell you how I feel. I'm an author, my name's on a book cover. Like, it's so amazing. For some of us who have been doing this for a while, it's like, yeah, it's still exciting. It's always exciting. Every book is exciting, right?
Sure.
But for some of them, it was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. So to be able to not only empower everyone out there, but to help empower the people that I've actually hand selected to be in my book is extra amazing. So you know what? Don't wait. Just do it and get a coach.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Mary and Michael, for today. It was wonderful to have you today together at one call, which never happened so far. So I was really excited to see you both. And I'm really excited to see the impact happening in the world because of all the collaborative work we put together into this amazing book. So thank you so very much. And those who are purchasing the book, whether it's Kindle version or maybe it's a hard copy, thank you so much in advance. And get ready for a really good ride because you will learn a lot from different authors, different perspectives. But don't forget, application is the most important thing.
Thank you, everyone, for purchasing
Thank
the
you so
book.
much.
And Maria, I look forward to speaking with you. So, and thank you in advance to everyone else who's going out now to buy the book. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And once you bought the book, please share the screenshot of you confirming the order. And obviously, you will get two more prizes left. So make sure you do that. So see you all soon.
Session with me.
Oh yeah, there we go. Session with Mariana. She said the secret. We were trying to keep it in secret. What are the prizes?
No.
And Mariana, she burst the bubble. Oh, Marianne, but thank you so much for sharing that. Wonderful. So see you all next week at Olga's show, where you will learn and get inspired and definitely will get motivated. So have a wonderful day ahead, or maybe afternoon, just like myself, and see you next